Hello, warriors. Welcome to the U Movement. I am B. And what a past 36 hours this has been. I've talked about awakenings before, as in comparing it to like a butterfly, and you are a caterpillar and you go on in, and then you go through this complete deconstruction phase of your life just turns to goo. Everything, you turn to goo. You're goo. Just everything's goo. You're gooey and snotty and crying and on your bed, and there's countless days that you're in dark night of the soul, your ego death, you're in the darkest of darks in that goo phase. And then for a while you're in the void, you're in the in-between. And I have done a couple videos in the last week or so where I'm like, hey, wait a second. Oh my God, I'm up for air. This feels fantastic. This feels amazing. And then brought back down to do some more reconstructive work. Because, and that's what I'm calling this phase. Post-void is a reconstruction phase. And, you know, I guess I kind of thought that like when you came at the other end, it would just get easier. I don't know why I thought that. I guess I thought I'd confidently walk into my new life. But the problem with that is that your new life is definitely nothing you've ever done before. You've spent your whole awakening collapsing your old identity, which means when you step into new, when you're pulled out and you're poking your head out onto the outside, not only have you changed, but the whole landscape around you has changed. So it's like somebody is like come along and like picked up your caterpillar sack. What's that called again? Cocoon, sorry. Little like dopey at the moment, a little bit tired. And has transported it to like a new tree in a new country or something. I don't know. I don't know where I am. I don't know what this life is, but it's all kinds of crazy. Yesterday, I was hit with a really extreme day of fuckeries. And I've described the fuckeries before, is when, you know, you're trying to accomplish something and you hit every single thing that could go wrong goes wrong. So if you're trying to drive to somewhere, all of a sudden your tire pops, or you run out of gas, or there's a car accident. And if you're trying to accomplish a simple task, like getting paperwork organized, your computer breaks down, or there's this, that, or the other. So I want to talk a little bit about the energy that is money and abundance associated with the root chakra, because I've been working on the root chakra for 5 solid years, trying to make on the physical myself more flexible as I clear out all of the adhesions in my body. Because when you have an injury, what happens is your muscle tissue and your fascia tissue develops adhesions and locks up and is like this. And so when your body is all in a state of lockdown, energy can't flow. And money energy is kind of the theme of what's going on in my life right now. Is all of a sudden I've moved out of that void phase, real internal. The last couple of years I've been so on an internal journey, climbing over all these mountains, you know, the mountain range that is physical health, the mountain range that is emotional purging, the mountain range that is controlling the mind. And now I'm on a new mountain range, and that mountain range it's a range. It's not just one mountain. It's more than one mountain. But I've been climbing this for a little bit. It is that to do with money, resources, stability, security, all of these types of things. And so I was talking yesterday how my legal battle seems to be coming to a close. Even though it was like those fuckeries that I hit were like the final exam. Like, are you ready to take on this big stuff now? Are you ready to handle the responsibilities of this? Are you ready to step into that person that you're supposed to be? And so it was one thing after another, and everything was going wrong, overdue taxes, insurance, it's just, if like there was just problem after problem after problem. So like in between each problem, I'm like shaking it out, shaking. Oh my God, release, whatever's trapped in me, release, all originating, I know, from the low back, because last night when I was done, I was out back rolling on my trigger point ball. My softball is one of my favorite tools for that. And so I've been clearing out the physical, because when you clear out the physical, it allows room energetically to flow, not only on all the other realms, but in your outer world as well. So for 5 solid years, I've been getting into that gnarly muscle as hard as you can possibly imagine, and massaging it with my softball. Because you have to go into the pain, and not just into your emotional pain, but you have to go into your physical pain. When your body is talking to you, needs to be listened to and dealt with. 5 years ago, I couldn't walk up a flight of stairs without assistance. Okay, so I either needed to hold and pull myself up by the railing, using my upper arm strength to get, because I was so seized in my lower back, or my ex would push me up the stairs. And, that's late 40s is kind of a little too early to be immobile. So as I first recorrected my body's posture, putting my feet forward and getting out and doing aligned walking, please watch those videos if you want to know more about aligned walking. It started moving the fascia and the muscles, and step 2 was doing a lot of trigger point therapy, a lot of massage, a lot of hydrotherapy, a lot. Like when I say a lot, I mean a lot. Like for the last 5 years, I've been healing every single day. That's been my job. That's taken the priority and the precedence over everything, because if I couldn't get myself well, I wouldn't have had the mental capacity to do what I'm doing, because again, 5 years ago, I failed an Alzheimer's test. I couldn't remember basic words. So sitting in front of a camera when you can't remember words, that would never have worked. I had a lot of brain fog and confusion, and I didn't know that they were like pre-awakening symptoms, which they are. So I was in a really bad way health-wise. Like it felt like a slow climb into the grave. And I had to get healthy. So that's what I've been doing for 5 years, is getting healthy. First healing the body, then healing the emotions, then healing the mind, in that order. And now I'm stepping out and I'm healing my outer reality, is my next mission. So 2025 is unfuck the money. Is my mission there. And the first part of that was, unfucking this legal battle that I'm embroiled in, and finding a way to get it to come to a close. So I have signed all of the paperwork. I am just waiting to hear in the next 2 days if there are no more snags. Everything is out of my hands. There's nothing else I can do. It's in God's hands at this point. But I can tell you, it was like everything was blocking me. Everything you can possibly imagine. Even when I sat down to read the paperwork, there were incorrect numbers, and I was like, I don't care. Yeah, that's more money lost. That's more get out of jail tax. And I've talked in other videos about how when you're coming to a close on something, you sometimes have to suck up a get out of jail tax. And that is when you take a financial hit to buy yourself peace. So peace has always been more important. And I got screwed. I did. I got screwed on this agreement, and I was saying to the lawyer, care about the money. I don't care. And he's like looking at me like, that's a lot of money. And I'm like, if that buys me peace, it's just money. It's just money. I just want peace. I want this resolved. I want to know where I'm going to be living, you know, just have a little bit of time without this dark, shadowy figure like Voldemort flying around, threatening me. You know, like I just want peace. It's all I want. So hopefully in the next day or two, I can write a check mark off of priority number 1 of unfuck the money. So what am I unfucking this year? If my first year was all about unfucking the body and then unfucking the emotions and then unfucking the mind, and now we're unfucking the money. We're unfucking our outer reality. And then next, you know, I've got a nice little list of all the other things that I need to unfuck in the financial department and stand in my own personal power. Something I've never been allowed to do my whole life, because I was, as I've said many times, continually told that I was incapable. And wow, you know, I think I've kind of proved that I'm far from incapable and very, very capable, because if I can accomplish everything that I've accomplished by healing all of the things that I've healed, diabetes, fibromyalgia, sleep apnea, sinus issues, migraines, irritable bowel syndrome, candida overgrowth, heavy metal toxicity, inflammation in the body, like brain fog, memory loss, you know, I was a walking shit show. And if I can heal all of those whilst going through a Kundalini, whilst going through a divorce, whilst going through a legal battle, and I could quit alcohol, tobacco, cannabis, pharmaceuticals, caffeine, sugar, dairy, gluten, fluoride. Well, I wasn't already on fluoride. I'd quit that long ago, but don't take that. Make sure you're fluoride free. It'll help your pineal gland and your third eye. Side note, anyways. So if I can do all of that, I'll heal all of that, quit all of that, and still manage to survive through a divorce, and which I also got screwed on, but I was like, I don't care. I want peace. If peace is going to cost me $2,000, peace is going to cost me $60,000. Yep. I don't care. I don't care about any of it. I care about the fact that I was able to do incredible things in insane circumstances. And one by one, I've been clearing all of unfucking things, one after another, after another, after another, after another. And I will unfuck this. I will either do it myself with my new fancy tools. I'm just going to do a shout out. This is a product. I don't ever go online and say anything about people's products, but a lot of people have mentioned to me lately their gums are really bothering them as well. So I bought this. And it is called, as you can see here, it is called Ozonated Happy Gum and Gel. Happy Gum Gel. Happy Gum Gel. This stuff's tingly and like really nice. And I bought myself an infant toothbrush with like silicone bristles, so I can like massage the palate and the gum line. So two tools, expensive, not expensive. But I have to say, after 2 usages, I'm already a fan of this stuff, and I really like it. So I'm going to see how well we get on with this. I'll report back. But as I said, 2 usages, I'm digging it. So if you guys have some gum issues, baby toothbrush for massaging, because massaging, as I said, when I started, I've been massaging my low back because we need to break up all those adhesions so that the energy can flow with us through physically. And when energy can flow with us, then we can get energy flowing to us. Yeah. And we all want a little bit of abundance. You know, I would like to have a little less stress and a little bit more flow in my peace state, and have things coming to me. I did a video 2 days ago about, opening the floor to if anybody wants to reach out to me and, collaborate, cross-pollinate. Let's work together. If you have a channel and if you have a project in mind and you want to work with me, hey, reach out. All you can do is ask. I might say yes. I might say, no, I don't think that's for me, but still ask. I want to hear from you because I also want to hear from you on what you're trying to unfuck. Because I'm going to do it. I'm going to do this next mission, this 2025 Unfuck the Money. And then I'm going to build something, and people have underestimated me my entire life, telling me that I'm incapable of all kinds of things. And I think I've proved them wrong. I certainly have to me. I have a lot more love and respect for myself, and I'm finally in a place where I'm going like, kudos. Look at you handling tax offices. Like, okay, maybe I'm shaking all the way through it, but I'm staying rational, reasonable, and calm. Aside from the shaking, I couldn't control the shaking, but that's all right. They didn't see me shaking. And look at me going into lawyers' offices and sitting down and signing documents. You know, that's not my jam. I've avoided lawyers my entire life. I really have. That's not my jam. And I'm going to be a homeowner for the first time in my life. Not like outright or anything, but who owns a house outright? I don't know. Maybe somebody does, but not me. But I'm going to be a homeowner, and that's kind of like boggling my brains a little bit. This reconstruction of putting me back together as somebody altogether new, somebody not reliant on anyone. Me being me being happy as me being happy single, and I'll buy my own flowers, as Miley Cyrus says, although I won't, because then they die. I'm not into flowers. I'm into plants, because then you can plant them in your garden. But when you buy somebody flowers, then they die. It was so sad to me. I suppose some flowers you could plant in the garden and they'd reroot. But anyways, as I said, a little bit. Yes. I can take care of things myself. I am capable of all kinds of things. I don't know. I don't want to sound too egotistical or something, but I've not been in ego most of my life, where I've ever thought anything like too highly great of myself. But like, wow. I'm just kind of taking a moment to look back at everything that came before, and it's like, wow. When you just make a decision to unfuck one thing and stick at it, and then you don't have to look at all of them. Like, I knew I had like not only a mountain range, but like, I don't know, an entire vista of mountains to climb. And all I could do was climb them one at a time, one step at a time, one breath at a time. I couldn't have to worry about all of the mountains while I'm on one particular mountain. Whatever mountain I was on, whether it's like Unfuck My Feet mountain and get them pointed in the right direction, which is forward, not out to the side. Whether it was, unfuck the grief, and I'll learn to reparent myself through all the purges and all the tears. All you can do is one thing at a time. We all have like a lot of stuff that was handed down to us that we didn't ask for, but was given to us anyways. And yes, maybe some of that stuff is karmic. I figured in some past lives, I must have been a real asshole. I really must have been. Because I understand some of my karma now. I'm like, yeah, I must have done some real nasty. So whether I'm clearing karma or whether I'm clearing ancestral stuff and breaking the chains, saying no to things and calling things out, I can see that I'm very empowered to stand up for women who've been sexually assaulted or as children. Sex abuse is something that keeps coming up on my awakening, as well as with a lot of the clients that I deal with. And I'm proud of myself for standing up. And even if it's not sexual abuse, any kinds of abuses, especially narcissistic abuse, it's so vile. It does so much damage to us, to our bodies, which I'm going to warn you again, if you're in a toxic relationship, your health will continue to decline. I went from a healthy, vibrant woman into, as you know, just a total shit show. And the one contributing factor that made all the difference in that was I was in a toxic relationship and then I wasn't. So if you want to unfuck a lot of things, get rid of the toxic in your life. The toxic people, the toxic situations, the toxic job placements, get rid of it. Environmental influences over your health and well-being are far, far greater than you fathom. It's not you. It's not you. That's an excellent book, actually, by Dr. Ramani. It's Not You. So if you're in a toxic relationship, I'm recommending that book as a book as well that I'm shedding out to. Because on this awakening, what's going to happen is your reality is going to become completely deconstructed from the inside out. And everything that is toxic has to go. Toxic behaviors, toxic people, toxic thinking, and you purge and you purge and you purge and you release and you release and you let go and you surrender and you surrender and you surrender. And then comes a day at some point where you step into your new life, and it is scary. It is overwhelming. It is scary. It's easy to say, oh, when I get to this point, it's going to all be wonderful. But when you get to that point and you've never been there before, it doesn't feel all so wonderful. It feels kind of triggering for a nervous system that is not used to things working out, not used to things manifesting in a positive way, and definitely not used to gigantic upgrades. Like in one day, when I received that email saying, yes, everything's sorted, I'm going to go from being a person that was in debt to a person that debt is overshadowed by equity for the first time in my life. I'm going to be a homeowner. Like that's huge. That's big. And I wouldn't have done it, and it wouldn't have happened if it wasn't for God. Like, this is God's will, because as I said, I would have run for the hills, and but I have 3 people here that are my soul kids that I love with all of my heart, and they need me, and I need them. I wouldn't have got through the last couple of days without them. They've been incredible support. I'm so grateful. And so God will align this reconstruction for you, and it's not necessarily how your egoic self sees your future playing out. Oh, I think I'm going to move here and live happily ever after. If it's not in alignment with God, that's not what's going to happen. Or in the opposite, I'm going to run away. And God's like, no, you're not. No, you're not. I'm going to hold you right where you are. And if you're meant to be doing some sort of a mission, and you're called to sit in front of a camera and show vulnerability, then you're going to do that. Trust me, God will keep pushing at you and niggling you until you step into your purpose. And it's awkward, it's uncomfortable, it's fearful, it's like sometimes like massively PTSD inducing, because I know where I'm supposed to be, and I'm just here, and I'm supposed to be here. And for me to get from here to here required me to completely disintegrate and to rebuild. And now I'm like sprouting out, and I'm like, whoa, this is huge. This is huge. Okay. All I can do is one step at a time and be here now. So like today, as I was going through everything today, I was like, surrender to God, release, relax to God, relax. I kept telling my body to relax, because my body was like, this isn't, don't relax. You got to be on guard. This is out of your comfort zone. You're not used to this kind of stuff. And I just kept saying, relax. God has this. God is directing this. God is my director, not me. God has got this. God is leading me where I need to go. God is, and if you don't like the name God, replace it with something else that you do like. But it's this awakening journey is not about your life anymore. When you come out reconstructed, there's going to be old memories still lingering about, but you're getting pushed out into a whole new reality. And in that whole new reality, you gotta let go, let God. And that's where I'm at now, is like, whatever happens, happens. If I keep the house, if I lost the house, I would have been fine either way. If I have to suck up a hefty $60,000 get out of jail tax, yeah, so I do. Apparently I was put on the hook for paying all the legal costs of everyone. And I'm like, I don't care. I'm going to build the U movement, and that's going to be peanuts compared to what I plan to do. I want to really genuinely create a nonprofit organization that is focused on helping everyone I can touch heal. And I know it's in me. If J.K. Rowling can build an empire when she was flat broke and wrote her manuscript on napkins at the late 40s, I think she was in her late 40s when she did that. If Martha Stewart can build her empire, now she's hard as nails, she scares me a little bit. Or Louise Hay, I think she was in her mid-50s after her divorce. She built the Hay House, which is massive. She started by doing small group meetings for gentlemen with AIDS, helping them learn affirmation work. So nothing's going to stop me. You can throw the fuckeries at me, and I might shake, and I'm going to keep on moving, and I might fall down, but I'm going to keep getting back up. And I might have, a lot of fear in building something anew that's never been built or created before. But I'm a very creative person, so I'll just keep, if something doesn't work, I'll just try the next thing. So stubbornness may have been a quality that others didn't respect, but I think my stubbornness is pretty awesome, because I just won't give up. I just won't. God gave me a mission, be in service, and I humbly am in service in any which way I can be. So I am in service to you. If you would like to book a one-on-one with me, I am in service to you. If you would like to join the Spiritual Warrior Support Group on Sundays at 3, the way to do that is to make sure you're in the Spiritual Warrior Support Group over there on Facebook, and the link to that will be in the description. I'm in service if you would like an oracle reading and, have fun with spirit, see what spirit has to say. Use my intuitive hits for that. I'm in service if you would like a distance Reiki healing session. I can do that too. So reach out and let me know how I can be of service to you. Because with everything that I've been through, I have an awful lot of experience to help facilitate the changes that you need to make to unfuck certain situations in your life. And I think most of my clients would say that, I've provided them with very useful tools and strategies to help facilitate some change. I'm not looking to be like a psychotherapist and see you weekly to talk about your mother every week. Let's get to the root of the issues and then get some actual practical tools in place so that you can start making some change. Because if I can do it, so can you. Peace out. Oh, and thanks for all the likes, the shares, the subscriptions, all of those things. Like, I really appreciate it because for what I want to build, I need all of your help to do it. So thank you in supporting me on my mission to unfuck the world. Let's do it.